Your mind is being altered by stoned ape theories with
Hubo,
Kapowski,
and friends.
a podcast where we alter our perception of reality and discuss the meaning of life on this pale blue dot.
My state, primate. My state, primate. I stay.
Yo, S.A.T. episode
Live
motherfucking
and direct.
54, motherfuckers.
From the Northwest.
Yes, sir. Before we get too far into it, go check out patreon.com/Stoned Ape Theories Podcast. Support all of our shit. You can get access to our Discord through there.
You heard the man. Do what he says.
Look in the link in the fucking description of wherever it is you're listening to
Do
or
that
watching this. Follow all the other links. Support us on every fucking platform because we're on everything.
Yeah.
Go check it the fuck out.
We're trying to do our
coming
thing.
on Rumble now, actually.
Oh!
By the time this episode's up, we will be on
Who's
Rumble.
ready to
Fuck yeah.
rumble?
Yeah.
So one more
We are.
platform to promote our shit on.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell
I'm
yeah.
also or almost on Grindr.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah, bro.
Getting that desperate.
He's gonna wreck
Yeah.
some buttholes, dude. He's gonna wreck them.
Yeah.
Damn near killed them. Bro, watch out, dude. He's the booty hole murderer. The booty hole butcher.
By the way, we finally got one of my favorite comments ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, we got a
Let's
comment
hear it.
of he was like, "I'm glad you guys could remind me what a boring conversation is like."
I love
I was like, "That's amazing."
That's great.
Do you know his screen name?
I don't find it.
Did he fucking
Yeah.
timestamp it? Like, do
To
we
give
know
him a
when
shout
he
out.
was commenting? Like, what was he finding boring?
It was on one of the shorts. It was on one of the shorts. That was a comment on it, and he was like, "Wow, thanks for reminding me what a boring conversation is like."
Yeah.
And I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
I asked for hate comments.
Yeah.
Yes,
before.
this is true.
So,
This is true.
No,
It's
I
all
want to
coming to
read all the
fruition.
hate comments.
yeah, they're very fun. Like, I'm glad I could bore you for fucking so much through
Thanks
our
for
short
watching our
that
content.
You decided to write a
Yeah.
comment about it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
You got to
Yeah.
be good at something.
Seems like your life is even more boring than our boring conversation.
Oh. Yeah. If you thought we were boring, all right? Damn. That's like some meta shit. That's like you're in a world that's in a world that's in a world that's yeah.
But no, send us more hate mail. We love it.
Yeah.
We'll read it out.
Oh, I got haterade on drip.
Yeah.
Like I got that IV drip of that haterade
And then
daily.
we'll talk shit back.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we like it. We like to promote negativity around.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Well, we were getting fucking hyped up earlier, like on the way here, because like we got some fucking dope shit popping off, and I'm super stoked, man, because it's like we've been putting in a lot of work, putting in a lot of fucking effort, and we're gonna buy ourselves the time to put in the effort and the that we need to into this, into marketing and all of these other streams of income that we're trying to build, so that we can actually fucking build this shit out. And
Fuck yeah.
yeah, it's dope as fuck. So it's starting to come together. There's some shit in the works, and like the universe is conspiring on our behalf, right?
I believe that the universe is conspiring to make me happy.
Yeah, man.
That's a line from The Beach Bum.
And gosh darn
Beach
it,
bum?
people like me.
The movie with Matthew McConaughey, Snoop Dogg, Isla Fisher, and Martin Lawrence.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was directed by Harmony Korine.
Nice.
It's a dope fucking movie.
Who was the beach bum?
Matthew
Matthew
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, his character's name is Moondog.
Nice.
Dude, we came up with a name
perfect.
for Matthew McConaughey, where it's just like like a methed out fucking country, like probably works in the oil field and is just fueled off of meth.
Yeah.
Like they don't eat anything. It's just fucking meth. That's it.
Right.
You know
You don't need any food if you got meth.
Right. I mean, that's how
Proven.
Hitler fucking conquered Europe.
Meth.
Right. It was meth. Speaking of World War II, hey, we got fucking World War III on the horizon. Subtle segue there. Just to fucking.
No,
And we
before
got
this,
Taylor on the mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
How's it going?
our
What is up,
producers-
my neighbor?
our very smart producer. The reason we're talking about this is because before this podcast started, we realized that I'm a fucking idiot when it comes to a lot of things. like a lot of things. And like I went from feeling like an intellectual person when the conversation started, then our producer got there, and then now I'm just like, man, I'm a fucking idiot. But it's all very interesting.
Yeah.
And I'd like to learn. Just, man, even the foods you were talking about, I'm still very curious as to what the fuck a molita is, or whatever the word.
The puspusas. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I still am
Pupusas.
unclear on what the fuck it is. And then you were like, it's like a molita, but small. And I was like, I don't even know what that is.
Oh yeah, but yeah. Well, next time we go to the restaurant, you can look at the menu and you'll know these words, and you'll be like, oh, that's what the fuck that is. Yeah,
I still don't know what it is.
There's a picture of the thing. Yeah,
What is it? Flat, like has the toppings and the queso or the crema. And
yeah,
the
it's like
cheese
it's like a tostada, but like
Yeah.
fresh masa, and so it's not like all crunchy. It's soft and it's
Nice.
cooked.
What is crema?
Oh, cream.
It's like
in Spanish,
it's
but
like Mexican
their-
sour cream,
Okay.
but it's
All right.
way better. It's like fucking amazing. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
the crema. Yeah. Yeah, we're learning things.
I legitimately am.
So, fucking Taylor here is saying he has an opportunity. It's literally like it's the script for a movie, and it's writing itself right here. Because like he's a linguist, he's like specializes in German.
He's
He
a
wants to
cunning
go
linguist.
to Germany and teach fucking language, and now he has an opportunity to do that potentially. You want to explain the situation?
Was just I heard from a friend in the Air Force that they got things going on where like I could, since I know German, I could probably go to, Germany for if I enlisted, right? There'd be a high chance I could end up there, and that'd be cool and all because I need to go like tighten my German up a little bit for a couple of years. But the thing is, it's like, wow, it sounds great, going for a few years, get the GI Bill, come back. That sounds awesome, but like World War III might be on the horizon.
Yeah, right? Like,
So
oh my God.
I am like writing a thin line.
and
if
to
I
be in
enlist,
Germany.
right? Yeah, to be right there, like in the
The first
in the middle
two
of
started there.
It's like, yeah, exactly right.
Like, isn't that how Saving fucking
they were wrong, and they were
Private
the bad
Ryan
side
started
both
out?
times.
Yeah.
There's a so far they're 2 for 2 in putting all American soldiers there into enemy territory in
Right.
like, a night.
I'm pretty sure Tom Hanks was an English teacher before he went into the war. Like his character was
Yes,
in Saving
Private Ryan,
Yeah. So it's like very similar to that, but not World War II, World War III. So it'd be like the Ruskies out there fucking. Dude.
Ruski?
Yeah, for real. No, did you see anything about Putin's fucking like his State of the Union address when he's talking about like civil war? And I guess they have a fucking a general. They bombed his fucking squadron, and he's pissed off, and he's like going against Putin, and he's like literally like raising this fucking like rebellion against him.
Yeah,
Like
I
insurrection.
heard that there's some wild insurrection stuff going on, but
Yeah.
I don't know about like this.
And
All
Putin
right.
addressed it, and he's like, "We will fucking murder all of our state's people that go against the state." And I was
I
like,
can
"What
make
the
this a
fuck,
very
dude?"
informative podcast. I don't know a goddamn thing. So
Yeah.
what?
You're like the insert character in a movie
Yeah.
that's like just like
He like raises his hand.
Yeah.
like,
you know,
Where's Russia?
you ever seen Big Hero 6?
Yes.
You know the mascot character guy who's
Yeah.
just a fucking dumbass, but he's there with all the smart. That's me. I'm
Yeah.
that guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are they fighting about? Like that's a genuine. Like I kind of, but like.
It's power. It's territory. It's people's pride. People's
Okay, but can we
egos.
break it down? Like
Like the
what?
Civil War or like Russia
So you
versus
have to
Ukraine?
go back to the USSR, right, and understand how, like, what happened when the USSR fell and how it like broke up and how the formation of Ukraine and it separating and Georgia and like all the fucking relations in that region, right? What happened and how Russia became a fucking nation outside of. Yeah, the USSR. And so they're claiming that Ukraine is their territory, right? And there's like a specific area in Ukraine that they're saying it's...
Ukraine is valuable territory, yes?
Well, it's the only real port that Russia has there. Yeah.
And don't they have the
See,
pipeline
this
going
is
through
this
there
is the other thing
to
about not
most of
knowing a
Europe?
goddamn thing
Yeah,
about
and then
geography
there's
is
the
I don't know where
pipeline, and
Ukraine
then
is
there's
at.
Alec,
So
Alec,
I'm
which is
assuming
like
Ukraine is next to the
Russian
ocean.
oil shit.
Yeah.
If it's a port.
Yeah,
See, listen,
dude,
man,
it's
I'm learning
fucking-
all sorts of
it's
shit.
super
Ukraine's by the
duper
water,
heavy.
bro.
And
Right.
and the whole, this is what ties in the BRICS nations and all that. and,
Yeah,
like
okay.
Ukraine. And then who's the guy in Ukraine? Zelensky. He was like the guy that was like trying, the Ukraine president that was like going against Russia, and they said it was an exercise, but then they actually carried out attacks on Ukraine. And so it was like all this fucking turmoil going on. And now there's this general who's literally leading this insurrection, this like mutiny. I don't know. Would you call that a mutiny against Putin?
My brother
And Putin's
John was just telling me a couple days ago how he ended up stopping right before he reached Moscow, and they made some sort of deal.
Okay, so something has happened.
Yeah.
And like, here's the other option is like, that could all just be a fucking distraction tactic.
Right.
Like Russia could just be playing the world as a stage and going, oh, look at, we're having this civil war conflict, but it's all fucking made up.
Yeah.
It's all a false flag. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're playing 4D chess out here. And
Although-
Russia is like, they're like the chess masters. And so you have to think when they're maneuvering their shit, they're thinking everything like strategically. Russia is fucking fascinating. Like if you want to fall in love romantically with a fucking country, like read Russian literature. It reads like nothing else. Have you read any Russian
Crime and
literature?
Punishment, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. It's fucking Dostoevsky, fucking, yeah.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
Yeah, Solzhenitsyn. It's intense, dude. They have this passion that comes out of like desperation and starvation and like the hardest fucking living
Because Russia
imaginable,
is just
right?
like it's just like winter, right?
Yeah, they write with such vulnerability and emotion. It's crazy. Like they talk about, they're like, you imagine like how you talk inside your head, right? That's how it reads. It reads like you're reading like their internal fucking.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. It's really intense, but it's
Yeah.
like they're very romantic.
Yeah. But check this out. In the Russian Civil War, it says 10 million people died during the Civil War.
Yeah. Well, and in World War II, the most casualties actually came out of Russia, but no one fucking talks about that shit.
Yeah, but then look at how many in our Civil War. 620,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when they go at Civil War, they fucking go
But
at
the
it.
population, but
They go hard.
But the population density there too at the time compared to the United States during
Yeah.
the Civil War is drastically different.
Right.
Because they're, fuck, that's crazy shit, dude.
What were you guys talking about earlier where you were like, fucking, all these countries didn't exist until like fucking very recently and people just drew imaginary lines? The fuck was that all? What,
I did not say they drew imaginary
No,
lines.
I know. Listen, this is me having literally like
all
I
land
heard-
borders are
I
imaginary.
eavesdropped the conversation. I barely was paying
So
attention.
it goes back to Stalin, it goes back to Lenin, and it goes back to who was it? Gorbachev.
Mikhail Gorbachev, yeah.
Mikhail Gorbachev, yeah, and it was basically their USSR was insolvent. It had totally collapsed in on itself. There was like so many things. There was the war. There was all this shit that had fucking taken place, and it basically cost them all, like so many people. Like nobody really talks about the fucking cost of World War II to the Russians. It's kind of like overshadowed by the Holocaust, right? Like it's like, oh well, we can't really talk about the loss that the Russians had because of the Holocaust is so much more important, right? We can't let that be fucking overshadowed by the Russians, right? And so there's a narrative there where it's like, Russia has really been devalued and neglected by the West, and the philosophy, it's like democracy versus communism, and there's this constant fucking,
I know that.
yeah, and so there's this constant fucking notion that, and the difference is that, like, at least the rhetoric is that democracy is the best system because of the freedom of commerce and that everybody can be enriched and all this, and that not everything is owned by the state, which is the communist model.
Yeah.
Right. But what it does is, like with China, what they've done an interesting thing because they've become a capitalist kind of communist. It's weird, right? But what it allows them to do is focus resources wherever it's needed. And it kind of is what's allowing China to fucking lead the world into the future. I don't know how else to fucking say it. Yeah, they're gleaning and they're fucking stealing all the tech from everyone, but they're legitimately trying to do good. Like they see the problems that's going on in the world. And they're trying to be responsible.
Comes off as such like we support China.
I'd like to know the people in China, like not the government, like the people.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
infrastructure, maybe the people who run infrastructure, but they're doing a fucking genocide right now. So like.
Yeah, so with
a grain of salt, they're
that's
awesome.
the Uyghur. Are you speaking of the Uyghur people?
Yeah.
The Muslims. Yeah, well, because they are openly a fucking atheist nation. So if you are there and you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, it doesn't matter what religion you are, like you're going to be persecuted because they don't have any tolerance for that shit there. They're like, fuck you and all your theology. Like we got real fucking problems to deal with. Like, let's focus on that shit. If you want to talk about imaginary fucking and fight over imaginary fucking people in the sky, like we don't have time for that shit. So I kind of, on that like level, like I can kind of see where they're coming from. That's a little extreme. I admit it's extreme, but it's just logistically, I can see where they're
We're wording it lightly. We do recognize it's a genocide.
No tolerance.
And that's not good to just deport and enslave people en masse.
Yes.
However, they have their own logic, the internal logic you're trying to say.
You have to understand the culture. Yeah, you have to understand the culture. You can't judge a fucking culture without having any understanding of.
I just did.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is if you're looking at it from the Western perspective,
I'm
like
so
they're
happy there's
looking at
another
us from
person
the
with
Eastern
intelligence
perspective.
in this room.
So they have similar notions towards us, like in the negative, right? That we have towards them, right? So like there's this fucking conflict of opinion, right? And it's this fucking like cult of personality or whatever, where they're saying one thing, we're saying another. Yeah, dude. And it's like ego, but it's like ego on the state level. You know what I'm saying? It's like ego gone fucking like totally fucking megalomania, you know, like, but on the state level, where it's just feeding itself and it's cannibalizing and it will eat everything that it has, like a fucking, like a virus or a bacteria or whatever. And it will exhaust all of its fucking resources to reach whatever its fucking agenda is.
Right.
It's fucking crazy, dude. Like this is where propaganda becomes so powerful. I mean, we've talked a lot about propaganda and law and fucking.
Yeah. And another thing, like the U.S. government's killing people daily.
Yeah.
You know, and we can point out the good things it's doing too.
Yeah, exactly. So we can manipulate our media to really paint the U.S. in a positive light and just fucking, fucking sweep everything else under the rug. Yeah. Like, let's not talk about education or healthcare. No. Look over here.
Or how we're in 146 countries. We don't. Why?
Yeah.
Right.
Because don't worry about it.
They
Look,
want,
if someone came into
next year's funding.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but if anybody tried to do that with our territories, we'd be like, what the fuck? No. Like,
like,
we're
hey
in your
guys,
territory. You can't come into our territory and your territory that we took for our...
Hey guys, we're just going to
saying?
stay here for a while. And they're like, what? Like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And like, but I don't really like it. They're like, well, if you don't like it, we'll just fucking kill you. So
yeah, it's like you make it take it. Yeah, it's like make it take it in basketball and shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you let us build a base here, so now we live here. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, then we went to your neighbors and we built a base there.
Hey, remember
and
what
we're
happened?
encroaching on all these people and it's pissing them the fuck off.
And it's like, hey, remember, and our entire thing is just like, hey, remember what happened to, Japan? What we did to them? Just don't provoke us. And they're like, well, what if we fucking do?
Yeah,
right.
Then,
like, what if that happened inland?
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why the fucking Germans did not drop the bombs in fucking Central Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about that a little bit, but the fallout from that would have been insane. You fucking imagine Bro, you imagine we dropped a fucking nuke on Germany?
Right.
Could you fucking imagine, bro? Like, try to imagine that. Like, instead of fucking Japan, this little fucking island nation out here, they just got entangled and fucking supplied the Nazis with the meth and fucking armament. You know what I'm saying?
It's so fucked up.
Bro, they took the brunt of that. Like, they had no reason being involved in the axis of evil. They're like, hey, we can kill too.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And then America was just like, how about you fucking shut up?
Yeah. Well, they almost got us. Like, it was really close in that ocean warfare.
Yeah. Well,
But
we
The
have a
footage
nuke.
from that shit is insane.
right, the World War II in high def.
Bro, have you watched any of that World War II in high def? They got Hitler in color too.
Yeah, it's all in color.
Dude, they went through in Technicolor and retouched it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. That's fantastic.
But like we've said before, the psychopaths run the world. Like their best plan is mutually assured destruction. Like that's it. They're like, hey, well, if they fuck with us, we'll just blow ourselves up and everybody else too. Like that's a psychopath. That's a crazy person at the helm. And these are the people that are running the planet. Like we need a way.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
Yeah, on those Atoll Islands, they said it was like a person died.
Where's that?
Or it's like southeast of Japan.
Yeah, the Bikini Atoll where they
Yeah.
blew the fucking test bombs up. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying like one person died per 1 foot gained on the soil there. Like how much they're just getting shot up because they were all
Worth
underground
it.
and had machine guns and
Oh, and in Vietnam too?
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Vietnam.
Yeah, dude, like I was talking to Zach and I was like, dude, there's been war like since I've been alive.
Right.
There's been war since I've been alive. Like I have not ever seen us not in war.
Right.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Like that's not what like we're not even supposed to have a standing army. Like the army is only supposed to assemble in wartime.
Yeah.
But I guess if you maintain
way
a
we treat our
perpetual state of
military in this
wartime,
world.
Yeah.
you can justify a standing
country.
military.
Right.
Like the militia is supposed to be called on by the fucking, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to come and assemble when it's time.
Right.
Like that's how, like, yeah. And so, when Eisenhower was talking about the military industrial
Yeah, right.
complex, we were talking about that and how it's the greatest threat to our democracy.
Yeah.
And then what was the statement that you said the other day? It's like, oh, well, it's a republic if they can keep it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And define a republic.
Well, the republic is the people are in essence the sovereign themselves.
But is it
And-
like FUBU? Is it like for the people, by the people? Like for us, by us?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But they have to maintain it as a republic. But
And-
they can also access the democratic system of the part as well and take part in that.
And what is the process
But-
of maintenance for a republic?
Well,
And is that where democracy comes into play?
A republic is, if I'm not mistaken, where people vote for representatives who vote for them rather than everyone voting on something, which is a straight up democracy. So
But
we're
isn't that a
democratic-
representative democracy, though?
democratic republic,
you can do
which
that.
is what we are.
You can
Which
do
is a
that
representative.
as
And we were having that conversation.
Both republics
Yeah.
and democracies are representative of the people. So yeah, they're both.
but they're almost exactly the same thing. But like the major difference is, it's like the republic
definition
is
of
the
citizen.
jury in progress, because like one person can make them not guilty, whereas a democratic it needs to be 51%. But they
Like
figured
a majority versus supermajority kind of
right.
deal?
Well, they figured like with 12 jurors, whatever that percentage is for the totality of the
So one
population,
person
if
could
one
offset the entire thing.
if one person says not guilty,
100%
Then it's-
compliant, like
it's a hung
100%
jury.
consension or consensus is what they need. Like
Yeah.
all 12,
uh,
or else it's just fucking tossed out.
well, it's a hung jury and they can retry it and other things too, but they have to get like another jury and do all that.
And where does double jeopardy come into play if it's a hung jury? Is that not a dismiss, or can they keep trying you on the same charges?
I believe they can keep trying you, or at least do the appeals or I don't know necessarily if there's like 100% jury.
Like a war of attrition and just try to wear you down and fucking exhaust your resources and keep you in court and shit.
But at that point, they have to see if it's like worth it monetarily and time-wise to go through this again if they think it's going to happen again. And
it makes me think of the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of havoc that one can create with a fucking written statement or like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because then like, who fact checks that? You know, like.
No, the pen is mightier than the sword by a fucking mile.
Yeah.
You can definitely do some damage with the sword, but not as much as that fucking pen can do.
Right.
Like you can even take that pen and write "fuck you" on that sword, and then it hurts even more when you die by it.
Yeah.
You know, like that sword told me to fuck myself right before I stabbed me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious.
It always blew my mind when people would be protesting. I was like, man, I could go do one public records request and just request like every file the police department has and all their body camera footage, and they have to go through it all and like take out any names or the social security numbers, and like you could literally bankrupt them with one piece of paper, and people are just protesting. I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
Like, but I don't
it's
want to
one-
bankrupt the police. I don't think anybody should.
But check it out. That's just one branch, one tentacle.
Yeah.
So those people are necessary. Like I
Right.
feel like they are necessary, but it's not.
But
the
what are they
only
really
thing
doing, though?
that- it's attrition on their end,
Yeah.
right? Because they can
But what do
occupy
they care
them
if you're standing out there forever?
because they're going to exhaust their resources against you because it becomes this thing of like tension because their job is to enforce the law.
Yeah.
And so because they are enforcers, when they have somebody that's resisting, right?
Yeah.
They fucking will amplify and it's like it will escalate until they ultimately have, make an arrest or detain people
Yeah.
or, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen the whole fucking thing.
No, I get it. But my fight's not with the police. It's with the courts.
The establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just again, it's like the idea that like all tactics have their place, and so it's like multiple fucking branches of that. Like I had to realize that. Like I got caught up in like during Occupy and all that. I was part of that. I fucking had my tent down there. I camped out down there. Fucking was running work crews and shit. And like I brought Zach down just to show him, like, hey. Like this is the fucking world we live in. Like people are doing this. People are fighting the establishment, trying to fucking make changes. And what it is it's a way to get to sway popular opinion, right? Because the more attention that you can draw to it, the more the public is aware of what you're doing, right? Like there was real shit that happened that became of that. There was real fucking shit that happened. Is that the only approach? No.
Yeah.
But if you can't maintain the focus on what the end goal is, and that's what happened during that, they lost it. There was 3 points of unity, right? And that was to criminalize lobbying, decentralize the Federal Reserve, and abolish corporate personhood. Those were the 3 points of unity for the Occupy movement.
Right.
Because and the idea was that was an attempt to get corruption out of the democracy, out of voting, because we can't let corporate dollars fucking sway the fucking democratic process because it usurps our democracy.
Yeah.
Right. And like what are we gonna do? And it was identified that these are the 3 fucking key points that is allowing that to happen. Right? It's corporate personhood, fucking corporate lobbying, our fucking Congress, right? And our representatives, right? And then the other thing is the Federal Reserve, decentralizing the Federal Reserve, right? Because the Federal Reserve is a private, it's not even part of the government.
Right.
It's a private entity that loans the United States
On
their
interest.
money with interest.
Yeah.
So we're indebted to them, right?
Yeah,
like
even
we
if
were
we
indebted.
pay, and they're bonds too.
Yeah.
So even if we paid every dollar back, we'd still owe interest. Could never pay off the debt.
Yeah, it's like with England too, right? Like we were indebted to England, and that's like the whole fucking Revolutionary War. Is like we revolted against England to gain our independence because we were indebted to them, and they were trying to fucking demand money, and we're like, nope, fuck you, we'll make our own money. We're across an ocean, come over here.
Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Instead, they just took the land up north, and they're just like waiting. They're just biding their time. You know, Canada's under the crown, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah,
and
but what
technically
I'm
so
saying,
we are.
like, think if everybody in the, or what was it called again, the movement?
No, Occupy.
Occupy, yeah. Think if everybody in there went and filed a lawsuit, like, like how much that
was
would cost.
Oh shit. No. So now there was union workers because we worked with workers unions. You know, it was all organized from the workers' side.
Yeah.
So we weren't. It wasn't just people. It was the schools. We worked with the school unions. We worked with the. Oh God, what is the fucking? What's the people that like load freight and stuff? There's like the Teamsters.
Yeah.
So we worked with the Teamsters. We worked with all fucking kinds of unions, and it was the idea. Like we worked on the 15, passing like the 15 minimum, right? And what happens is like those people have lawyers that are filing lawsuits of violation. So that what you're talking about is happening simultaneously. So it's not just protests. Then every time there's an arrest, every time there's a violation, every time they believe that there's a lawsuit being placed, and that's where like the NAACP comes into play. You know, like all these different fucking social groups that are fighting.
Yeah, because that's how Scientology won whenever they got their tax status or tax exempt and being as a religion.
Yeah.
Because they owed like, I think it was like 50 million or 100 million or something crazy. And they're like, oh, we're actually a religion. And they're like, no, you're not. And so all their lawyers went back as far as time they could find in the files, and just anything that the IRS did illegal, they sued them for it. And so there was like thousands of cases that they opened up against the IRS, and they didn't have the manpower to be able to handle everything. So they ended up making a deal with Scientology, giving them tax exempt status.
That's awesome.
Well, they also did like in the paper campaigns,
wild,
and video campaigns about the IRS.
Yeah. No, so it's a multi-pronged
like attrition
approach.
wins.
Yeah, and it's never like one technique isn't like look at like we were watching the fights, right?
Yeah.
And the most versatile fighter, the person that has the most fucking tools in their tool bag, right, is gonna be the most versatile. They're gonna be able to adapt.
But you're just not convincing me that protesting is actually doing a whole lot.
Well, think of distraction. It ties up money.
It fucks
it ties
up
up
traffic.
time.
Yeah.
It fucking, you know, like it does.
Like I'm not against protesting. Like go protest.
But it's
as
not.
long
I'm just saying
as it doesn't fuck
there's
up
other
traffic.
things that you could be doing directly with
But
your
how
government.
do you get the community involved and aware? Right, and so these groups
Because a lot of
aren't only
people,
protesting.
a lot of people have
These
no
groups are
idea you can do that shit.
Right.
These groups are also hosting.
Before I met you, I didn't know you could do that shit.
Yeah.
But these
it
groups are
says it
also
in the
hosting
Constitution.
workshops. These groups are also hosting like all kinds of workshops in the community. So it's not the only thing that they do, but they're trying to bring attention to it. And guess where most people get their fucking information from? The internet and the fucking TV.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you can create a scenario enough to get people aware that shit, these people are pissed off. Like like the fucking the Amazon workers in the fucking warehouse.
Yeah.
I protested against Amazon for their fucking practices, and lawsuits were fucking filed.
Yeah.
So that is happening, right? And this is where I stepped out of politics because they took my fucking interview and they spun it, right, in this crazy way. They edited it in this fucking wild way and totally misconstrued what I was saying. Right. And it fucking pissed me off. I'm like, these motherfuckers, like they're going to do whatever they can to fucking move the momentum towards their agenda, to sway the public opinion.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's a numbers game for them. Right. And if they can get the population to believe that the state is right versus the public interest, right? Because you worked for Washpurg. We talked about Washpurg. We talked about Greenpeace. You know, it's like these are things that are necessary, but these are also the organizations. They're doing work in the field, but they're also protesting. They're also doing these. They consider it an action. They consider it a resistance action, right? Like they'll do a sit-in. They'll do whatever, and it demands the authorities' attention. That's what it is. So
Right.
it just demands the authorities' attention. So they're doing that there. They're being like a beacon of just attention, trying to be like, hey, this is our cause. This is what the fuck we're doing. Pay attention. This is serious. Fucking everybody watching needs to know that these motherfuckers are overstepping their authority. That's what it is. That's what the protest really is.
Well, I have to say though, like the ones in France, I'm like all for it, you know?
Yeah.
They seem like they're actually just out in that big of a number of people. I feel that's what it has to be. It has to be that big amount of the number of people for them to be like, oh shit.
Bro, when we marched on the Capitol, like it was insane, dude. We shut down the financial district in fucking Washington, D.C. because we had literally fucking hundreds of thousands of people that just fucking occupied the streets and shut that shit down.
Yeah.
And they had to fucking, it was when Boehner, was the Speaker of the House. You remember Boehner?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's spelled
Boner.
like boner.
Yeah.
It legit. It said, what is it? Boehner or something like that. Yeah. But it's boner.
It's a German name. It's supposed to be pronounced Boehner, actually.
Boehner. But he says Boehner.
He says Boehner because they lost it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he doesn't want to be a fucking dickhead like he is. He just like,
Well, yeah. Hey, my name is last name is Boehner, huh?
Boehner.
How do you spell that? So it's an O, but there's two dots over it. You hold Alt and then you go on your numpad.
Umlaut.
0246.
is that considered an umlaut?
That is an umlaut. Yeah.
Yeah, an umlaut. Umlaut. Yeah. And then what's the squiggle? A tilde? There's a tilde and an umlaut.
Yeah,
right?
like a tilde. I don't know.
Tilde? Yeah. Anyhow.
Tilde.
The squiggle
Tilde.
line.
Yeah. A squiggle thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, man, that took a fucking wild
The
turn
squiggle thing
there.
isn't called
But-
an umlaut?
Umlaut specifically
boop-
denotes, I think, the two dots. And the two dots is a shorthand for an E. It used to be an extra E. So like the name actually used to be, back in the day, it was spelled O-E. And then they switched it to the O when that became commonplace. And now his family came to America and it's O-E again, which is funny, actually.
H. There's an H in there too.
Yeah, which they call it a Dehnungslaut, but that's German for like an
Dane?
Dehnungslaut. So like an extending
Danish?
No, Dehnungslaut, Dehnungslaut, which is an extension sound, and so the H just makes it
A like
Boehner.
EI.
And
A like
instead of
EI.
being, it's not Boehner,
Like
it's
neighbor
Boehner.
or vein. Like neighbor or vein. EI is A. Like neighbor and vein.
No, in German, EI is I,
I.
and
Okay.
IE is E.
I before he accepted receipt.
Right? Like
He has a neighbor
Schreiben.
way, and on weekends and holidays and all throughout May, and you'll always be wrong no matter what you say.
Say it again into the microphone clearly, please, because I loved every second of that.
That's a Brian Regan bit. The fucking I before E except after C is and when sounding like A as a neighboring way, and on weekends and holidays and all throughout May, and you'll always be wrong no matter what you say.
Yeah. You should put that clip on there for, who is it? Regan?
Yeah, Brian Regan.
Brian Regan? Yeah, that would be dope. Put a little clip, Brian Regan clip doing the I before E.
From the stupid
we
in school
upload
bit.
someone else's content to our channel, you mean?
Just a clip and reference it. Yeah.
I think that's base. Wait, we should do that. We should wait. We can make some serious money.
People do that all the time and
They do.
comment on it all the time. I want to do that. Like, it's not like I'm only promoting their shit. Put the link and give them credit. Fuck it. Like, that's how if you give the credit where it's due, right? You're putting the link to their shit. It's not going to our shit.
I wish.
It would be dope if you could do that.
God isn't real.
Because the link is going to come as long as
God
but if
was
we go
never
to
on
their
your
page
side.
on YouTube and we post it, their link, it would go. If people click on the link, it would go to their YouTube, right? Not ours, right? So it would just be going. It would be like sending them traffic. If anybody's watching this, we have such boring conversations. Fucking cocksucker. Fuck you.
That's right. And your mama.
And your motherfucking mama. Scandalous bitch.
Okay,
Chinga tu madre.
this is why I never hand you weed, because I know I'm never getting it back.
Look, I cleared it out, man. I'm going to load a bowl.
That was 25 minutes ago.
You're in a fucking time warp of like time dilation.
How long have we been going for?
40.
It's about
There's
25
no way.
minutes. I fucking
Fuck
guarantee.
off.
I guarantee.
Fuck off.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Did you take mushrooms?
No, I didn't.
No? Okay.
Yeah, maybe I should.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
I don't like this guy, Mr. Mushnick.
What?
That's really gonna fucking bang with some people. Sorry.
I don't know the words.
It's just that's the lamest thing I've ever said in my life, but it's a reference to a musical. It's a reference to Little Shop of Horrors.
Little shop of horrors. It's on Max right now or something.
It is?
I just saw it. Yeah, I can't remember if it's on
You
Netflix.
sounded like the dentist. You pulled that up and you said,
Yeah.
What'd you say? You held it up to your face and you went, what'd you just say with your mouth when you had that up to your face?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But dude, you know who that was? It was Steve Martin. Steve Martin was the fucking dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. The movie. Yeah, it was Rick Moranis and fucking Steve Martin. If you haven't seen Little Shop of Horrors, fuck you. No, it's super fucking hilarious though. It's like a carnivorous plant that looks like a dickhead with lips and teeth.
right.
Straight up looks like a dickhead with lips and teeth, bro. Or like the fucking Mario chomp. Dude, straight up, dude.
Piranha plant, yeah.
Yeah, dude, straight up. Yeah. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah, you guys didn't get to comment on the submarine, by the way, last week. You wanted to comment. I want to remind you so you guys didn't forget.
Dude, I watched a whole
Fucking thank you.
thing on it.
The moment I saw the controller,
Bro.
I was like, this is the next. This is what we got to do.
Logitech, he used a Logitech controller.
This is how we
Dude,
take
that's
down.
not good for Logitech stock,
All right.
bro.
Listen, man, this is how we take down the government and the system. We got to take down all the people with money, right? We got to take down billionaires. So you guys just start charging stupid amounts for fucking like the next one's gonna be like, yeah, easy trip to the moon. I'm going to control it with a fucking Nintendo 64 joystick, and we're going to go right up there, and it's going to explode.
We need a Ponzi
It'll be a
grift.
model rocket.
We need a Ponzi grift. We need something to fucking... I thought of another funny name.
You think we
for
should just make a
lube?
pyramid scheme?
Snake oil.
Yeah,
To
fuck it.
literally sell snake oil, like a personal lubricant called
Okay, that's
snake
pretty
oil.
fucking fire, actually. I like that a
Bro,
lot.
right?
Yeah, that's
like
pretty
just
good.
fuck it. You know what? We're out here. Snake oil. Lube up your
Well, yeah,
dick
literally.
before you
Fuck
fucking
it.
shave. We can fucking sell it to fucking Manscaped and shit. Snake oil.
Make a logo. All we need to do is find a manufacturer for
I can
the
see it right
lubricant.
now. It's like Levi 501s with the zipper down and a snake coming out, like with the slithering tongue, and he's just dripping. He's just glistening, dripping. Snake oil, homie. Rub it on your dick. Lube your shit.
That's awesome.
Dude, I think that ball shaving clip might do well. I'm hoping.
It's up. We just got to hope and pray.
Yeah.
I was
dude.
going to say, is it up?
We got to repost. I've been doing terrible with it. We got to like repost to all of our shit. Like if we're all posting it, it's the best chance that we have. Like I feel like I fell off hella hard because we've been just grinding so hard, but it's about to pay off in a real way. And shit's bubbling. It's bubbling.
Speaking of bubbling,
Talking about
we got off the
diarrhea.
submarine again.
The submarine
yeah.
bubbling.
No, I
Dude,
wanted
you're
to
the
say
best.
Yeah, that's how we kill
the
rich
guy
people.
from the controller, or what was it, Logitech? Or,
Yeah.
He was saying, he's like, they used one of our controllers. He's like, our controller's second rate at best, and you don't have the money to buy like the good controller. Then you go get the
Just buy an
Logitech.
Xbox 360
Yeah.
controller. Yeah, $12 at like a used game store.
He's like, I'm not shitting on my product, but I love my product, but I'm just saying it's not for submarines now.
Bro, they were saying like they fucked everything up. They like the redundancies were lame as fuck. It was all like it literally was like the worst way you could have done it. And it just led to total fucking catastrophe.
Yeah, did you see the video where they like all they're getting like screwed into the thing and they're all taking
No
videos
emergency
on their
hatch.
phone?
No emergency hatch. This shit is bolted shut. Like fuck you. Like you're in there.
Yeah.
Oh, so if anything goes wrong, like there's no redundancies for that shit. Even the navigation had 3 redundancies.
I would never ever fucking go in anything that doesn't have a way out. Like,
Right.
That's immediate panic.
Oh yeah, dude, I get claustrophobic like a motherfucker.
Yeah, elevators are. I can do an elevator, but every time I'm like,
You know what
Is this the
Brendog told
one?
me earlier today? Brendog told me that elevators smell different to midgets.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit had me cracking up. I never heard that shit before, dude. He's like,
Well,
yeah.
he was asking about what are the plus sides of being a midget.
Yeah, dude. Like, I was thinking, like, I've never personally met a little person or a midget or a dwarf or what, you know?
You
like,
haven't?
No, not personally. I've never known one personally.
dude.
I've seen them in passing. I've seen them in the wild, but I've never personally known one. And, you know.
I knew a real cunty one. We've talked
I
about
know,
it on the
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
He knew the cunty one too. Yeah, see, fuck that guy.
Yeah, you want to punt him. You wanted to punt that cunt.
I did.
Right?
Yes, very much so. I pictured it vividly every day in the hallway. I was
No,
like,
but I
man,
thought-
I could just like
There has to be plus sides.
crossbar the
There
exit
has to be
sign
plus
over the
sides
door.
to being a midget. Like, what is the dope shit? What are the shit that they like? They're like, hell yeah, it's so dope being a midget.
Extra attention all the time.
Yeah, you get to be in commercials for like children's hospitals all the time or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I saw a video where they dressed a midget up as a baby and dropped it off at the fire
Wait,
station.
do you get a handicap placard if you have dwarfism?
I believe so.
That's dude. What?
Dude, you have to have the car has to be specially made for you. Like, they have to extend the fucking pedals up and
Bitch, just
switch.
put some sticks on the bottom of your feet like a fucking cartoon. Figure
Dude,
it out.
imagine a T-Rex getting into a fucking car, bro. Like, what do you mean? Come on now. Come on now. How would you design a car for a T-Rex?
pedals in the back.
Like diva in like a mech.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta lay him out.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, what kind of vehicle would a fucking T-Rex?
It's shaped like,
Like
a
a trike.
T-Rex, but it's bigger
It's a
than
trike,
the T-Rex is.
and it's a trike.
Pokemon already figured this out. In the most recent game, they have it's not a T-Rex, but it's a fucking dinosaur
I can see it.
looking Pokemon.
I can see it
And
now.
both of
It's a trike. It's a trike.
Well, its arms just turn into wheels.
It's a
And
trike.
so
Yeah,
you
I
could
can
just
see
do
it.
that with a fucking T-Rex. Yeah, with a trike. Yeah.
I see it. I see it. All right, I get it. I get it. Damn.
Figured it out.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Look at us go. We're
Yeah,
amazing.
we got this shit.
Dude, look, we need to fucking immediately tell Elon Musk that we figured out the fucking vehicle design for a T-Rex. Because then he'll bring
So
one
they're
to
bringing
life so
back-
we can test it.
We're bringing back woolly mammoths, right?
Oh, I guess.
like,
T-Rex before too long.
I found the next idea for your boring company. T-Rex tricycle.
Yes. Yep.
You say they're bringing back the woolly mammoth? Is that?
Yeah.
That's sick.
That's
That's
awesome.
what they
Yeah,
were
and
saying.
also
Is it
giant,
awesome though?
giant,
Or does it just currently fuck up our entire ecosystem in some unforeseen
and
No.
giant viruses that can't infect us that are in the fucking permafrost and shit. There's like crazy shit in the permafrost.
Oh yeah,
dude.
we met a dude that actually, or worked for a guy that actually works up there and watches
Yeah.
the permafrost melt.
He just went up for a 5-week fucking intensive study in the permafrost. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I gotta talk to this motherfucker.
Yeah, the guy on street with the rain garden.
Yeah?
Yeah,
The one that was a
Oh,
bitch to dig
shit.
under the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
yeah,
That's why he hasn't been there. That's where he's at right now.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Bro. Legit.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking.
He
with
said
him
that's
about it.
short. He said 5 weeks is short. Yeah. But he goes up there for like fucking 90 days at a time and shit, dude.
That's
What the fuck?
How much time did you spend up there in your journeys?
So
In Alaska?
Yeah.
The fucking
Like on foot, like
Um,
exposed to the elements.
Is that
did.
so? Hold on.
Go ahead.
Dude, fuck Bear Grylls.
Hold on.
Bro, we got Brendesius Maximus out here trekking in the wilderness.
Can I
no knife, no fucking firearms at all, no bear mace, none of that shit.
No
Homie's
cell
out
phone.
here just raw dogging Alaska. Just straight up raw dogging Alaska, bro. He's telling me
Like
these
my-
stories. It's unfathomable.
Yeah, I was
Gangster as fuck.
19 when I first went up there. Like turned 21 there.
So stupid.
Bear
people
Grylls
question for
could
a
suck
second.
his dick.
Is the permafrost melting what we're worried about with global warming and shit? Is that
Yes.
Is that
Yeah, it's
that?
releasing
Because-
insane amounts of methane.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
trapped
methane and
gases.
oxygen
Gotcha.
environments
Okay. All right.
aren't good to
Following.
each other.
Yeah.
tracking now.
And all of the plants
it's-
coming up, when the plants die, they just stay frozen forever. But now they're all like decomposing at the same time. So they're releasing like a shitload of CO2.
And it has 5 times greater thermal properties than the fucking CO2. That's already a problem. So, yeah, methane's not good.
Fuck.
Methane's all bad. So we need to figure out a way to, like remediate fucking methane. There's been all different ways to like capture carbon, like CO2. They call it sequester. You heard that term, to sequester carbon.
Yeah.
There's
Methane can't turn into meth, right?
Maybe.
Let's talk to Jeremy.
Yeah.
He won't come on because he's afraid of the camera because
Yeah.
he had
Although he's on OnlyFans.
Who's the pervy guy at Disney? You guys
Dan
know his
Schneider.
name. Dan Schneider. So he met Dan Schneider because he did voices on a couple of cartoons. He's a voice actor, this guy Jeremy. And we talked about him coming on. And he was excited, but he's like, I don't know about being on camera. He's like, that shit fucking weirds
Don't
me out
worry,
about
dude. We
his
won't
experience.
molest you.
Yeah.
We are not Dan Schneider.
But dude is fascinating as fuck, though. I mean,
Dan
you know,
Schneider?
he's like one of those guys where you're like,
Yeah.
sometimes he's totally full of shit, and then
Oh,
sometimes it's like he does know what he's talking about.
Systemic absorption,
It's weird.
dude.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like
He
sometimes
tried to justify breathing in like dirt dust and everything. Like we were hucking sod, so it was just like super fucking dusty. And he was like, yeah, it's okay to breathe it in because through systemic absorption, it'll just like absorb into your cells and shit. And it's all.
he
it's
looks
all
as
good.
healthy
It's
as a
not-
coal miner.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like,
He's like, it's not. He's like, it's not like smoking because it's not a carcinogen. So it's all systemic absorption, dude. And so
Yeah.
for weeks, I've just been no matter.
I offered
what it
everybody a
is-
mask. I did my due diligence as a fucking employer. I said, hey, here we have the PPE for you to use.
And
if,
he was
you
like,
know,
nah,
I highly
dude,
recommend
systemic
it.
absorption.
I used a
I'm all
mask
good.
when I was doing that shit. I'm not fucking around. I've done it without a mask. I know what that's like. I did it in the fucking smoke. I did it in the I've fucking been
I
through
was
all that shit.
right there with you.
Yeah, dude.
Literally
Sapient
next
has
to
a
you.
line about fucking fucking dirt in your bronchial tubes. He's like, what the fuck you want me to do? I got earth lodged in my bronchial tubes, and it's fire as fuck.
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, dude, we've
But
been out
systemic
there.
absorption, dude, you're all good.
Yeah. Well, eating dirt. They did a study with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma
Yeah.
with children in Europe. It was like a legit what do they call it? Like what's the award that you get? Nobel. It was a legit like a Nobel Prize winning research on non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and children playing outside in the dirt. They found that children playing inside had like a 70% chance, like greater chance of getting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma than children who were playing outside and had contact with the dirt. And it had to do with their gut biome. That's what the study found. That the fucking consumption of dirt with children chewing their nails and playing outside and shit.
Listen, dude, I'm
So
good.
he
I'm
developed-
good for the rest of life then.
Bro, so he developed a soil-based fucking like nutrient thing that had the fucking all the good bacteria and shit. And they did like fecal transplants. You've heard of that shit, where
Yeah,
they
that's
literally
what
take
AG1
shit
is.
out of a healthy person's colon and they transfer it into somebody who previously had AIDS. Usually AIDS patients are the recipients of this because AIDS is like the fucking crash of the immune system, right?
Yeah.
So it's autoimmune deficiency syndrome. So they boost the immune system by doing a fecal transplant to get all the fucking gut biome back on track. And so, dude, there's a whole fucking study. Like this shit, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I remember I talked to Bill about this shit. And it's
Science
like,
is amazing.
Yeah, dude, but like literally like eating dirt and fucking like kids chewing their nails, that is a healthy fucking thing. Like some kids pick their nose and eat their boogers and shit. But they've done studies about that and how that actually aids in the fucking gut biome, dude. It aids in strengthening your immune system, right? Like they add things. Remember we were talking about recently, they had Robert Kennedy on Joe Rogan.
Robert F. Kennedy
and
Jr.
he was talking about fucking vaccines, and he was breaking down like thimerosal and like they were putting thimerosal in, they were saying that they were using it as a preservative in these multi-use vaccines. Now, when the study came out, it came out of the University of Washington, right? And that's why since fucking 2003 in Washington state, they have not used thimerosal or any of these other, what was the word that they used? It was like assailant. They added in because it triggers the immune system because it's so fucking toxic that it excites the immune system and it tells the fucking, because they use the RNA or whatever of the virus, right, to trigger the immune system. But they use something that's an affront to your fucking, that's highly toxic. And thimerosal had the fucking mercury in it, and they were saying, "Oh, it's good mercury. It's not the bad mercury," because they couldn't find it.
It's gone in a couple days.
Right? Yeah, because they couldn't find it in the urine, and they couldn't find it in the
mercury
in the tissue. Yeah, so there's
They
ethyl
said it
mercury
just passed
and
through the
methyl.
body in 2 days.
Yeah, there's ethyl mercury and methyl mercury, and I can't remember which one is which.
Meth is always bad.
Yeah, right. And so maybe it is methyl
methyl.
mercury, but they did this
Are
study.
they all related?
It was a chimp study that they did at the UW. It was a chimp study that they did, and I had a friend that was a fucking researcher at the UW in the chimp research department. And dude, this shit's wild as fuck, bro.
Get to hang out with monkeys all day.
Yeah, and give them diseases, give them herpes, give them AIDS, they fucking put brain caps on them and expose their brains.
I don't
they
like
drip
that.
fucking chemicals. They test.
I don't like that.
Bro, these
I
aren't
just wanted
good
to
studies
hang
that they're
out with
doing,
monkeys.
right? Like they had to kill these chimps and then they had to do an autopsy on them.
Yeah.
So they exposed these chimps to this mercury. And they did an autopsy. And what they found was, oh, it's not in the blood and in the fucking urine because it's bypassing the blood-brain barrier and it's concentrating in the brain, causing brain toxicity, mercury poisoning in your fucking brain.
Right.
And they were putting this in vaccines, dude. They were putting this in, this is fucking approved by the FDA to put as a preservative, right? Because it's so fucking toxic that nothing can grow. And they even say that it's so toxic that no bacteria or anything can grow in it. And it's they say it's for multi-use, but it's a thing that they would put like, take a dose out and then use it. And then they'd get a new syringe and then they'd take another dose out. But they only do single dose vaccines in Washington and they don't use, they have like a expiration date and a use, like it's highly fucking regulated now because of the research out of the UW. And fucking Robert Kennedy was like really like a proponent in getting that information out.
Yeah. And he was saying that like with the vaccines, fuck, I'm stoned. I forgot what I was going to say. A good talk, yeah.
But the so the studies and the like the payouts. So they were paying out because they fucking knew, like you know what I'm talking about. Like they had fucking paid out all this fucking money because, and this was before the research came out, right? And then were you talking about the COVID? Were you going to talk about the COVID shit?
Probably.
The vaccine. Thimerosal. Let's see. Vaccine. COVID.
Oh, autism.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up.
1980s.
Yeah.
86.
Vaccines cause autism.
Well, he says he doesn't have like direct proof, but that's what he believes for the most part.
Autism's a superpower.
Yeah.
Well, because before I think it was 1989 or whatever is when that passed. There was a significantly like lower rate of autism before. And so, okay. Instead of thimerosal, now they're using aluminum. And there's been this whole thing you've heard about aluminum in deodorant. They use aluminum zirconium. That's what they use in deodorant. And now there's all this line. There's a lot of deodorant companies that they're saying, "Oh, no aluminum. We don't use that in our shit," right? Because it's an affront. It's an affront to your biology. Like it literally is fucking toxic. Like your body does not like aluminum. That's why there's like, I don't know if there's like a connection between Alzheimer's and aluminum.
Yeah.
They found that there's higher concentrations of aluminum in the brain of people that have Alzheimer's. And it's fucked up. Like I've smoked weed out of aluminum cans, homie. Like that's how I grew up. I grew up hood as fuck. We use whatever. I smoked out of apples.
Right.
I smoked out.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Bro, I've fabricated all kinds of apparatuses.
Yeah.
I've never done the can just because I've always been skeptical of the fucking. But I use fruit.
Yeah.
Fruit like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I saw this video the other day.
That's a double entendre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How's your French? How's your French?
2 années.
Yeah.
2 years.
In 2 years. How do you say double entendre?
Double entendre.
Double entendre.
I don't know. Double entendre.
Double entendre.
Yeah. Quelque chose comme ça.
What about
Cum sock?
Comme ça. That's what okay. That's the thing. C'est comme ça.
Niga get in the car?
You ever
Yeah.
heard c'est comme ça? It's like, that means literally, it's French
Mama
for
say
it's
mama
like
sa
that.
mumaku sa. Mama say mama sa mumaku sa. You know what I'm talking about? Maku-sa.
Of course I know.
I only did 2 Hawaiian lessons on
Yeah.
Duolingo. I'm sorry.
Nice.
Bro, that shit is
Yeah,
hilarious.
songs.
as fuck.
Dude, I saw this video on
that shit.
TikTok the other day where this dude had Parkinson's and he was like shaking like this.
Yeah.
And they like
we got-
drilled in
like
his
they
head
do.
and put these like electrodes. And like when you turn it on and within like 10 seconds, like he slowed down and completely stopped. Like can control
We
everything.
gotta get a little piece of wood to shove in there, in between there, so that thing can use the threads that aren't stripped the fuck out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's mine. It sucks ass. But no, it's cool because
Oh
You
shit!
just put it
Look
on.
at- I found dude.
nice.
How long have you been looking for your water bottle?
Since we did the podcast the last time.
Oh my God,
So
that's
a week. Listen, but you know my version of looking is like I've just been walking around, and then when I'm in the usual places I'm at, I'm like, is it here? Is it here? No. All right.
Wouldn't that be cool if that worked? Wouldn't that be so dope?
Possibly.
It's not going.
I know, it's totally stripped
The
out.
threads are stripped
The
out, yeah.
aluminum cast on this part is what's stripped.
We just gotta back it out and then get a little piece of wood to shove right there. We can do.
We'll see. I'm going to hold it like a baby for
What's
now.
inside the plastic? Where
Don't
the
hold it
threads
like
are
a baby
stripped.
or else you hear a bunch of bumping noises.
You ever hear any of that shit? Any of the Indian drumming? Like on a tabla or a fucking, what's the other one? What's the one that I had? Djembe? You ever play a djembe drum? You ever play any drums? You ever play any fucking,
I've seen a drum or two.
yeah?
Played a kalimba. It's not a drum, but I played a kalimba.
Oh shit. Did you hear that bass line I was just cutting right there? Man, I had a little bit of a Snickers, an edible Snickers before I came. Bro, I was like literally driving here. It looked like the street was just coming towards me.
Well, especially on that road, when you get to it, yeah, it does that.
More than you thought you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
no.
it's a Snickers, you know. You ain't you without a what is it? What is it? You ain't you when you're hungry.
Yeah.
But it's when I'm fucked up, I'm the real me.
Well, okay. So here's what I've been doing recently that's real fun. On days where it's just like, you know, the work days where you don't have to use your brain a whole lot, but you got to just fucking go.
You got to make a pee-pee.
I've just been like spontaneously getting the little like 100 milligram shots and just fucking taking one. and then just going. That was how Ethan and I did that hill in like a day. It was fucking just binging.
He's like, I get blasted out of my fucking mind, then I work like a goddamn maniac. All right? You want to know how we get the shit done that we get done? Check it out. We will change your whole fucking neighborhood in a week and a half. Dude, we tore out how many fucking yards of sod? And this is not even an exaggeration.
6 yards per trailer load.
It's probably 16,000 square feet of lawn that we tore out. And that's not even an exaggeration. That might be underestimating it a little bit. It might be closer
and
to
I hauled it all 6 yards at a time to Frederickson. That's a lot.
That means that that's a 4,000 by 4,000. Or no, that's not how that works at all. It's 4,000 by 4. I was going to say that's fucking a mile.
Mm-hmm. No, it's insane.
Yeah, it's
and
an
dirt
insane amount.
and fucking.
Yeah, it's an insane.
But in 2.5 weeks, we did an insane amount of work.
I did so much driving. I was clocking about.
Homie deserves an award.
Like
literally
200 miles a day, roughly. With, yeah,
bro,
it'd be
it's
like
ridiculous.
Go get load, go drop, dump, go to other place, get a load of that, work the logistics. Like, when will my trailer be empty? When can I get it?
That's me on Grindr. Is go to one place, get a load, and go to another place, get a load. I drive like 2,000 miles a day.
That's what you're about. You get paid for this shit. At least you're making money, right? Are you slinging cheeks? Are you really out here slinging cheeks like that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Dude,
Not for money, at
you
least.
should start.
You're a load hauler. You haul loads.
Dude, can we do that experiment? Can we see how much money you can make on Grindr being a load hauler?
Oh my God.
Just like, that's how you have to pitch it to the guy. You just start
Doesn't matter
matching
what
with people,
size.
and you just
$50.
You be like, listen,
Any size load.
Yeah,
we'll haul any size load.
Yeah.
No loads
for 50.
refused.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, dude.
yeah, that has to be your opening text message to be them. Be like, I'm your local load hauler, $50 a load, any size.
Christ. Yep.
Let me know when you're available.
Yeah. Suppository. Make a depository.
Hi, everyone.
Oh,
We are
dude.
intoxicated.
So, do you remember the fucking the
It's called
submarine?
Stoned Ape Theories, dude.
Dude, hey man, do you remember that submarine? Do you remember the millionaires that made that submarine? Yeah, dude.
That's an insane amount of money to be like,
They
yeah, I
played
saw
the
the
sound.
Titanic.
Dude, did you see them playing the sound back? They recorded the sound when it happened of the implosion, and it like literally is 2 seconds. They say that the implosion created a fucking like a star essentially, because it was so much impact, like implosion, and there's so much pressure that it's like literally like 200 million pounds of pressure at the depth that they were per fucking square inch. Like 200 million like, dude, and it implodes, and the sound is just this. And they played it on a loop.
It'd probably be a
Bro,
It'd be a painless
and they
death,
just
though.
literally were vaporized, and their guts were turned inside out. They were ripped apart, and the whole thing fucking imploded, and then fucking everything just was liquefied instantly.
Wild.
And then the dude's stepson went to watch a fucking concert, dude. Oh my God.
I had a heavy equipment instructor who used to say, I don't like to go any higher than corn and no lower than potatoes.
I think he went to a Blink 182 concert.
And I like that guy's self-preservation style.
He's like, well, I did have these tickets. I might as well still go. Who knows what's going to happen? And then fucking Cardi B put him on blast and was like, no, you need to be caring for your loved ones. You can't be out here going to the fucking concert. You need to be worried about your
Cardi
stepdad,
B
so they go and
Mexican?
fucking find him. You ever listen to Cardi B talk? You ever listen to Cardi B talk? She talks like a little bit like this. And then she does her little, her fucking, I got such cotton mouth, dude. You ever try to caw like her? She caws like a fucking raven.
Yeah. The fucking
Yeah. I can't fucking do it.
Yeah. You just gotta roll your R's, man.
No, I can't do it.
Do you know about Adam 22 and Lena the Plug?
What's going down? I saw Lush One. I saw Lush One on there, and I saw him tell Lush One that he was a fucking snake, and fucking fired him live on the air,
Yeah.
like just totally fucking.
Well, okay. So do you know that? So Adam, Lena's a porn star, right?
Yeah, they have a kid.
Yeah.
They do porn and shit together.
Yeah.
They have
So,
fucking porn stars on.
Up to this point, she has not done another scene with another man.
Yeah.
She just did, and now it's great because the whole internet is calling Adam 22 a cuck.
Is that the guy I saw on Twitter who was like, no, I mean, hey, you know, I've been doing scenes with a girl, I've been fucking with a girl that hasn't been a problem, and now I see one, you know, like my girl does it seem with a guy, and now it seems to be weird. Is that's who that was? It was Lena the Plug's guy?
Yeah.
I knew about Lena the Plug because she did that thing when she started her YouTube channel like 6 years ago. It was
Yeah.
like, I'll get 1 million subs and
Yeah,
I'll
so
fuck my
Adam
boyfriend on camera.
Adam 22 from No Jumper
Yeah.
is that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So everyone's giving him shit, but he was just like, it's all right. And they have like the weirdest Twitter dialogue about
But
it.
they
'cause
do
it's clearly
threesomes
a
with chicks
joke.
all the time.
Yeah, it's clearly
fucking
a joke
wild.
back and forth. Because
He's a BMX dude. That's
all right,
where he was
hold on.
famous.
Everyone was
he
giving
got his fame. Do you know about his history? Like he was a fucking BMXer and shit.
That's not the important part. The important
I'm just saying,
part
like he
is
was legitimately
she took
dope.
off.
I'm just trying to give the dude a little bit of credit. Okay?
She took off her wedding ring during the scene.
Yeah.
And so they had a whole hilarious like Twitter dialogue where I'm pretty sure they're joking. He was
in the closet. Like,
Adam 22
watching,
was
just
like,
fucking,
Adam 22 was like, I was okay with him rearranging your guts, but taking the ring off was where I draw the line.
Yeah.
And then she was like, sorry, I didn't want it to touch another man's wang. Well, it was an eggplant emoji. Yeah, it's a weird fucking Twitter dialogue. It's a weird, wacky world we live in.
bruh.
But like, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, good news, her vag has returned to pre-BBC size.
Nice. Did he measure it?
I don't know. But apparently he tested it out,
Bro.
felt the same. So
Nice. Well, that's good for her.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Fuck all of that, bro.
Well,
dude.
I always wondered if it was racist that I didn't watch black guys bang chicks, but I always
it's
thought
just
like,
because you got to be able to feel good about
what's
yourself.
the point? Like, I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Like, what type of fucking fantasy world is this?
Yeah. Dude. Mandingo shit, bro. Mandingo.
But how must it be to be a black guy with a small dick?
Right.
Bro, it would be the worst.
Like
It would be
most
the worst.
disappointing.
just the shock
Like if
in
you're a
every
white
woman's
guy with a
face.
small dick, at least they're like, yeah, you know, you can't disappoint them too much, you know. But if you're
Like,
a fucking
I get it.
black dude with a small dick, it's like,
Yeah, the
I was kind of hoping for a little
disappointment
more.
on the chicks' faces when
You
he
know?
pulls his
yeah,
pants
yeah.
down.
Pull his pants down.
Aw.
No, my middle name's Tyrone, and it's caused some confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they meet you and they're like, who's this pasty guy?
yeah. And why are his tits so fucking luscious? Why are his nipples
That's what
so perfect?
That's what I always say.
Why is he so fucking
In the
beefular?
freezer today, they were looking good.
I know, dude. We went to. It's not called Cash and Carry anymore. It's like U.S. fucking Wholesale Mart or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like some
but
made
it's
up.
cash and carry.
Dude, it legit looks like an NPC warehouse. Bro, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like it just looks like a made up. It could be fucking any backdrop of any fucking movie. Just a made up. Like what was it? They changed Costco to what in like Employee of the Month? They changed it from Costco.
I don't
to-
remember what the store was called now.
Yeah. Like By and Large. You remember that? Like in Wall-E, the name of
I
the store
never
is
saw
By and
Wall-E.
Large. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I want it to. Yeah.
Yeah, hilarious.
Wally's really good.
Bro. That just totally fucking, I lost my total. I was like trying to come up with a reference so you could understand, and it's like, well,
If you don't get Wally, I'm out.
yeah, dude.
But you got
Sorry,
the
guys.
cash and carry.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Think we got Taylor.
Yeah, the cash and carry. Dude.
His
And
nips
we
were
went-
so hard.
So it's like a wholesale place, right? So you go into the freezer area and it's just like you just go through the fucking
Yeah, it's
flap.
cold as fuck.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there many times.
We're in there for like literally
My
like
parents are
0.5
the
seconds.
kind of people who
Yeah.
We're in there
peruse
for
the
like-
I
cash
made it
and
like
carry.
30 seconds.
Maybe 0.5 minutes then. And dude, I turned around. I was like,
My
oh,
dad
look,
would
dude,
just
they got a
walk
good
through
deal
there
on
and be
pepperoni.
fine.
Yeah.
And I'd be just shivering in there as a 6-year-old, just like fucking. I'm like, can we leave? He's like, I gotta find this first. Stay here.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, I turned around and he was gone.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to train to go to fucking Antarctica, dude.
I was like, oh, dude, look, they got a hella. I was like, they had a hella good good deal on hot dogs, and then they had this good deal on pepperoni, and I was like, oh, dude, look, I told you they got a hella good deal on pepperoni. Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And I look over and he's like walking out of the flaps, right? Like he was being reborn from the freezer and shit. Dude, my
That
nipples.
is one of the best
My-
feelings, though, when you go
Right.
from the freezer room to the outdoor.
Dude, and
the
as I was
best.
coming out, the guy was pushing boxes out.
The world feels warm, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
No, I'm so used
Dude.
to the warmth. Like, I don't have AC in my RV, you know? Like,
Oh
it's
my
hot as fuck
God,
out there.
I hate it. It's like it's like a sauna. It's
Yeah.
like a
But
motherfucking
I'm
sauna.
used to it.
No, dude. So the guy was moving boxes out of the freezer as I was coming out, and I just like used my cart as a plow to help him push the fucking boxes out. And I was like, damn, that worked out hella good. He was like, yeah, man, thanks. And I was like, shit, look how hard my nipples are,
Yeah.
because they were just fucking bing, bing. Like I could fucking cut glass with them shits.
And what did he say to
It
that?
was ridiculous. He didn't, but Brendan was like, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, or some shit. Nipples coming out on fleek.
Right.
My nipples on fleek. What was it? The pussy be yanking? You were
Yeah.
talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Can we post a link for
our-
the pussy be yanking?
It's Yankin' by Lady. That's the
Yanking by
song.
Lady. Can we post a link in this episode and like put a little fucking clip up of yanking?
Yeah, we'll put it
By Lady.
So top of the description for this episode, we'll have Yankin' by Lady linked in there.
Yeah.
First thing you see.
Hell fucking
Yeah.
yeah. All of that shit.
It might be, listen, I don't use the term lightly, but it might be a masterpiece.
It might be a masterpiece, like a fucking, like literally, like award-worthy
Yeah.
laureate, fucking like
Fucking
poet.
Johann
and
Sebastian
shit.
Bach ain't got shit on fucking yanking.
What's
Just
the other
named
literary?
Bach by his entire name. That's crazy. You're on it.
It's, dude, listen, when you're dumb and you know some things, you got to say those some things with confidence so that people think that you know other things.
Because he knew. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, dude, I saw this dope ass piece of graffiti that had the Ninja Turtles bandanas on the bust of the actual like Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo.
That's
so it was
awesome.
like the marble bust of the actual like Renaissance artist.
That's dope.
And then it had the bandana, the matching color of the Ninja Turtles. It was super dope.
I wish I knew any quotes from that epic rap battles of history right now.
Oh my God. You've watched that
The
shit?
Ninja Turtles versus the artists.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Dude,
That's
he's
El Clasico.
it's so good.
We
It's
grew
so
up
good.
on
He's
YouTube. What do you
genius.
mean? Of course we watched.
History.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit is so fucking hilarious. And then have you seen Rap News? Juice News. What is it?
Juice News.
Juice News, Rap News. Dude,
No, it's so good.
it's so fucking, you would love it. I promise you right now, it doesn't disappoint. You would literally probably rub one out to it. Linguistically, of course.
Because he's a cunning linguist.
Dentalingually. No teeth? A toothy blowjob? That's just the worst. Have you ever had a toothy blowjob?
No, I'm 100% so far.
Really? Toothy blowjob. Ever had one of them?
Yes.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh yeah,
Thumbs up,
dude,
thumbs
it's
down.
my favorite thing to get my dick cheese grated. Fucking
So thumbs down.
yes, of
Okay, I'm
course.
a thumbs down too. Thumbs up, thumbs down on the toothy blowjob.
Yeah, I've never had one that much. But
No one's like nod on like the
No.
shaft of your dick.
yeah, that would be weird.
Dude, I had this chick. She would like take her teeth
Like, what the
behind my
fuck?
dickhead, and she'd just like pop. She did it a couple times, and I just grabbed her by her hair, and I was like, no, that's not good. I was like, nope. Just straight up snatched her up by her hair. I was like, nope. Please don't do that.
Yeah, I don't like the pain.
No.
Yeah, no.
But like kind of a little
yeah.
bit of that up the side though. I'm just saying that's not bad.
I had a chick who just kind of like forgot to like, like disc, like open all the way, not all the way open.
Oh, so she just scraped like,
Yeah.
the wood chipper, wood chipper, homie.
and so I was just
Bro.
like teeth, and then she was like, oh shit, and then the rest was fine, but
Yeah.
for that brief moment it was just like fuck.
He's giving you the fucking artichoke leaf motion.
Bro, no fucking way.
You know
Yeah.
that fucking picture of SpongeBob eating that tiny, or Squidward eating that little itty bitty tiny bit of the Krabby Patty, right? That's how I felt with my fucking that's what
Right. Coming. Those big dick problems.
Is that one of them?
Yeah, they don't have to open their mouth all the way for me.
Dude, that's so funny. Bro, no, but the scraping down the shaft not good. But but like gentle up the sides, it's not bad with like a little bit of tongue action. The denta lingua on the cock shaft.
The
Al dente.
Yeah, the
You're like, I like it if she just
Dentapena.
uses my dick like a chew
Denta
toy.
pena. Pene al dente.
Pene mucho grande.
Listen,
Pene
when you-
al dente.
You know me. You know when a dog's not like just going after a chew toy, but he's had it for a while and it's just kind of sitting there like gnawing on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I just pictured someone doing to your dick, and you're like, yeah, not that bad.
Yeah, just a little gentle with some tongue action. But
No.
like on the head,
what dogs
I
do,
had a
too.
chick try to bite my dickhead, like in the middle of my dickhead.
Weird.
Just like, I was like, nope,
Ow!
nope, 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 nope.
Ow!
Nope. Yeah. Dude, people get their dick pierced and shit. People get their dickhead pierced. Prince Albert. And then there's Jacob's Ladder when they get it like pierced. You can get it pierced along the top of your shaft with barbells.
Oh, what the
Or you
fuck?
can get underneath on your frenulum
No!
pierced
No!
with barbells. And it's called the Jacob's Ladder.
No!
So imagine like down your shaft, like
No!
10 or 12 fucking little boop, 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 boop.
No!
I mean, you
What
could do like
the
rings too.
You ever have a piercing?
No. But I'm
He used to have his
definitely
nipples
I'm
pierced.
definitely not starting. Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Keep game. No,
I
can
was
we do a
19.
close up on his nipples? No, I'm not joking. Look at him. He bears the scars. He can prove it. Look, you can see that his nipples have taken abuse.
Scars on each side of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I had a ring in this one and a bar in this one.
Yeah, it puts the lotion on its skin. For real. He used to suspend himself. You ever heard of suspension? Where they put hooks in your flesh, and they suspend you?
I did.
I played too much Dead by Daylight to see that once more in my life.
Yeah.
No?
I never did that though.
Thank fucking God.
That may have been hyperbole.
Dude.
I purposefully
I would get it caught on my loofah and
Wow,
like
that
have
was
to
hard.
cut it out with scissors. Like,
Why would you not just get rid of it then? What the fuck?
He did.
well,
Yeah, I know,
I had jaw
eventually, but-
surgery and I couldn't have metal in there, and they were like, we can put plastic in there, but I was like, oh fuck it, I don't care anyways.
Yeah.
You weren't feeling
how
sexy
long
anymore?
Did you have them for?
Probably half a year.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of times for your loofah to get caught.
Yeah, and like opening the car door and hitting it, be like, oh god.
Why after one time of that happening, why would you not just be like, fuck this? This is way more inconvenient than
Yeah, no, I agree. Or waking up with the ring that had like the bigger section on it, and sometimes I'd wake up and it'd be completely in my nipple. I'd have to like pull it out of there, and it hurt like motherfucker. It's like, god damn it.
This sounds
The
awful.
barbells were the best.
Yeah, I went through a piercing phase. I had hella fucking piercings, like all in my ears and shit, and like I
But
fucked with
on
it
your
for a
dick
minute.
is another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just becomes a nuisance.
That
I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Was this a fashion statement? I was like, what am I really fucking dedicated to maintaining?
Yeah, I care way too much
this-
about like utility. To fucking
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's not practical.
No.
It's not
it's like-
practical.
Yeah. A watch or a ring, like I don't want it.
Yeah.
Like that shit gets caught on shit. Well,
quit
like being a
wearing
rock
everything.
climber.
Yeah, I have a ring.
Bracelets.
I have bracelets. I have these things. I would love to wear them, and I get to if I go out like on date night. I'll
Yeah, you
wear
stunting on the hose on date night? You out here?
But it's the old-
Ryan's out here scaring the hose on date
It's
night.
literally just like fucking 2 beaded bracelets and like a very basic ring.
You put on your father's Vietnam watch.
I don't have one of those.
Oh shit!
I could put on a $400 leather jacket though,
Hell,
Nice.
yeah.
and I have done that, and that's my one piece of expensive clothing.
Yeah. Do you know any grease dances?
No,
All right.
Have you ever seen Grease?
no. I know all the. I know about Greece.
Grease? Have you seen Grease?
Absolutely. Did she put up a fight? Tell me more. Tell me more. Did she
Oh,
put
yeah,
up a
the
fight?
fight.
I
Oh,
think about that
wow.
every day, and I'm a little bit worried about it. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Scissor fight.
Frenchie. Frenchie was my favorite. Frenchie was my favorite. Frenchie was my favorite.
Yeah. My mom actually went to the high school where they filmed that at.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To
But
rub one out?
It wasn't called
I'm
Rydell.
glad I haven't seen it.
It wasn't
Yeah.
called Rydell High?
No.
No? Did she rub one out in the back
I
seat of
guarantee it.
Grease Lightning?
She had her first kid at 19, so I think she was rubbing many out before then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, masturbation is a hilarious thing. Why can't we just admit like we have parts it feels good when we touch ourselves and sometimes we like to do it, you know. Like can we just get over
Sometimes
it
we
and
like
make
to do it while driving. It's okay. Listen,
Yeah.
masturbating in traffic should be normalized.
No,
Hey, look, I agree. Hey, I 100% endorse it if you are not showing your shit to anybody else.
Well, yeah,
If
I
you
agree.
if you have a fully tinted car,
Right?
fuck it.
I was masturbating while driving once, not really thinking about it, and just be like, oh, I'm good, nobody can see me. But then at a stoplight, I looked over, and there's this chick in a lifted truck, like way above mine. She's looking over me, just like, ha, ha, ha.
And you were rubbing one out?
Yeah.
You had your dick out, full out,
Yeah.
just stroking your dick in traffic?
Yeah.
Homie, you're hilarious as fuck right now. I've never whipped my dick out like to where it was out of my pants. I've like sat there and like, you know, in my pants.
yeah,
just
I've got it
kinda,
in the pants and
like,
yeah.
like I just kind of do like a little, you know, a little downstroke action. It's like just fucking, you know, whatever. Maybe if I got some loose shorts on.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
if
gonna
anybody
say
else
it
is in the vehicle, and not
Yeah,
if
it
anybody
depends
can
on
see
how.
me.
It depends on how loose.
Dude,
the
that's
shorts
funny
are.
Yeah.
as fuck though.
Then I realized, like, when you're wanking and I'd see taller vehicles come by, and I'd just rest my arm over my penis and hang it to the side.
Yeah.
Just wait for him to pass. Like, all right.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. But like, imagine if you had a
You're
Keurig
just
machine,
sitting there wagging, you're like,
and all it does was take loads. Like, imagine if a fleshlight had a receptacle at the end to take a load, and you just literally, like, maybe a condom, like a disposable Keurig condom for your fleshlight. So then. Maybe we just endorse using condoms with your fleshlight, so then you can dispose of it. Then your fleshlight stays clean all the time. Then you never have to clean your fleshlight out of like a load out. It like decreases bacteria, your vaginosis, you know, shit, all kinds of shit.
But it's
maybe-
also the lube over time that wears out the fucking. You still have to clean it because you don't.
I'm not like endorsing not cleaning it. Like still fucking clean your shit, you know,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they recommend. But just saying, don't fucking bust raw loads in your fleshlight. And maybe
Unless
if you're
you're
gonna
gonna
jack
clean
off
it.
in public, what if you just put a fleshlight on it? You're just
They're-
chilling there.
they're-
Nobody could even see your dick. It'd have a fleshlight. They'd just see your fleshlight. You're like,
They're larger
"Hell yeah,
than.
bro."
Yeah, but they're
You
large.
become an
They are
endorsement.
like this large.
Yeah.
You become that should be a commercial that Fleshlight does. Hey, jack off while you're in traffic with a Fleshlight. Just plug that bitch on and just fucking fuck yeah, dude. Nothing more stress relieving than busting a fucking nut in traffic.
Yeah. The commercial starts. It's just an
overhead shot of like gridlock, and then
Yeah.
it pans to a person just like super bummed out in their car. And
They
then
just
they're
got
like,
reggae tunes blaring.
Yeah.
They got
And
their
then-
flashlight
well,
on. They're just laying
No, it's
back.
got-
They got it in gangster lean mode.
Yeah, it's got to start with like one guy who's just sitting there depressed, and then it cuts to another lady who's just like pissed off at traffic. You hear the horns honking, and then it cuts to some other guy. It's like, what if your life could be better? And then it cuts
Good
to,
Day by Nappy Roots, and you just got your
yeah.
flashlight
and then
on.
it
just
cuts, and then it
stroking
cuts to that
Gonna
guy
be a good
fucking
day.
just like, and a lowrider just like
Yeah.
having a fucking good ass
Oh,
time.
my
just
God,
jerking his
dude.
dick in traffic.
Yes, and it's hooked up to the MP3. It's like fucking plugged in, so you got it like going to whatever you're listening to. Hell yeah.
He's got the fucking hydraulic shocks in traffic, but he's just sitting there fucking stroking it at the same time.
Oh man,
Yeah, you could use the hydraulics for that.
Yeah, exactly.
dude. That's like the fucking disabled sex toys that I was talking about for handicapped people in wheelchairs. It's called Go Fuck Yourself. It's a fucking sex toy for people in wheelchairs, so they can go. You know, like hover around. We're like hover around. Like they could go to the fucking Grand Canyon in their hover around, but have a fucking mobile sex toy that they had a control for their fucking thing, or they could have it hooked up to their mouth like Stephen Hawking. Is it Stephen Hawkins or Stephen Hawking?
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah. So imagine if he had one of those things hooked up to his mouth, and like it was hooked up to his dick, and whatever he did with his mouth, it did to his dick.
Or what about?
Would that be considered autofellatio?
Yeah. What about if you could have like?
Would that be considered autofellatio?
Maybe.
If you had an apparatus that was hooked up to your dick that you could control with your mouth, would that be considered autofellatio? I think that's a valid fucking question.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But
You
what
think
if
I can make it out that door with this bottle cap? Because I've been staring
Go
at
for
this
it.
shit for
Yeah.
like 10
I dare
minutes,
you.
and I have
You
to,
won't.
I have to fuck.
Yeah. What if you could?
Are you going
have,
to chuck it or are you going to fucking flick it?
I'm gonna chuck it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The anticipation is building. Oh, he goes for the shot. Oh,
man.
Wager
Shanked it.
right.
Oh,
But
man.
I was gonna say, what if you could have like random people just donate time to like flicking the thing on the app for the disabled people?
Like you gotta
Yes.
love ends.
Yes.
To your
It's a
wheelchair.
app. It's an app.
Love ends for
No.
your wheelchair, bro.
No, it's an app. Like literally, like anybody in the world could do it. They could just link up. They could like chat. It could be in the chat, and they could literally like have an option. You click it, and you could masturbate a fucking disabled person from anywhere in the world. Go fuck yourself. The app is called Go Fuck Yourself. Don't you think it's good? A mobile app for masturbating disabled people? Go fuck yourself. You don't think that's good? I think it's great. Would you masturbate a fucking disabled person on the other side of
through
the
a
world?
phone, sure.
Like through an app? It's a game. You could earn points.
I need to talk to my lawyer before I give you any answers.
But you
to
could
any
earn
questions.
points.
It's like fucking Flappy
Like,
Bird as you're tapping and
there
shit.
would have
like,
to be a way to make sure that they're above 18, right? You would have to make sure that they were old enough. But it'd have to all be consensual. Like it would have to be a dating app like Grindr or whatever. It'd have to be like that.
I
But-
think it's more fun if it's just anonymous. Like you have to
Well, I
just
mean,
click
if
on
you
a
don't-
person's name. Like
if you
oh,
don't see
Brenda.
No,
it,
you could create an avatar.
If you don't see
It's an
it or
avatar.
hear it,
It's an avatar. It's an avatar to fucking masturbate retards. Ready Player One. A whole new game, like a whole new meaning to a Mamorpapaga.
say a more
Mamorpapaga. Can you say Mamorpapaga?
MMORPG.
Yeah, Mamorpapaga. Dude, yes. Yes.
And with that, and with
It's
that,
time.
we're at time. Oh my god, dude! I can't even.
Create your avatar today.
Yeah, mine's gonna be called.
Oh my god.
Take it away, Ryan. I can't.
I don't even fucking listen.
Yes.
If you made it this far, fucking
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, go to Patreon. And
Yeah.
And maybe a therapist as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
He just created his avatar.
We don't have a BetterHelp
Because
sponsorship yet, but still possibly look into it.
we all live in a yellow submarine. A yellow submarine. A yellow submarine.
We all,
Yeah. Well,
Like, comment, and subscribe.
yes.
motherfuckers.
Share it with your friends.
Yeah. We out here. We're straight retarded with it. Fuck with us.
Yeah. Fuck with us and fuck on.
And fuck
Fuck
off.
off.
Definitely.